All right. Good afternoon, Wallace. How are you doing today?
I am doing well in yourself.
I am doing fantastic. So you applied to an assistant, an administrative assistant position of ours in Sanford to grow into the manager in training to eventually grow into a management role. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing most recently in your career to get started.
Most recently, I've been doing payroll and accounting work for the last few years. The last two roles I have been doing, it was a sort of it's more on accounting side of things where I was the uh, helping the facilities check documents, check driver's license, check landlord names to make sure they own the property, uh, paying out tenants that needed rent relief and utility relief,
Okay.
um, assistance. I was responsible for making the checks for them, denying and approving the application, also placing the figures inside the Excel spreadsheet for what months that these tenants owed. Also creating the checks for them to send out to them. Either the landlords get the checks or the tenant get the check. Either or, depend on the applications. I did that for a little while, and then I was working at a hospital called Advent Health, where I was in charge of four facilities, where I will process payroll for nurses and doctors.
Okay.
Uh, we were using Chronos system. My responsibility was checking time cards to make sure it wasn't any double punches or missed punches, or raw coding of incentive pay, or making sure the nurses get their shift differential. Um, After that, I will process the payroll. Um, and then after processing the payroll, I will actually create the spreadsheet for the balancing of things for how much payroll has been paid out, how much taxes has been paid out, uh, how much unemployment tax has been paid out, state unemployment tax has been paid out. Um, and also I will scrub the spreadsheet and any like incentive pay. For example, if I had a spreadsheet that was full of incentive pay for nurses, I
Okay.
would scrub the spreadsheet, change it into a CSV file, and import it into Chronos.
Okay, great.
Uh,
Now, I love that you've got such heavy accounting exposure, payroll exposure. That's definitely a very large part of this job. But this job also entails some very strong organizational skills when it comes to scheduling, freight negotiations, supplies. Tell me a little bit about if any of you've had any exposure to supply ordering in your career, maintaining purchase orders, vendor orders from customers. Have you ever had any exposure to anything like that during your career so far?
Not so far as that. No. The invoices, I haven't did any invoices,
Okay.
and scheduling, I haven't did any scheduling. But far as entering like new hires and all that information, I have done all that.
Okay, that sounds good. So definitely stronger on the HR side, it sounds like.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. Wallace, what's the most important thing to you about the next company that you work for?
Um, it's the room to grow is number one for me. Um, I'm a kind of person that is a people person, so the people that is around me have to be so much of casual or a people person like I am in some way, because I like to get along with my peers. That's another
Okay.
thing. So team members, and the third thing is basically wh- the job is worth my while, as far as the compensation, nice compensation.
Okay, sounds great. Wallace, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and chat with you a little bit more off camera if that sounds good.
That sounds great to me.